Hey, everybody. Before we get into this week's episode of First Issue Club, I've got a quick disclaimer for you. We unfortunately had some mics going in and out during the course of recording this one. So there is going to be a couple times where there's weird jumps or strange volume changes throughout this. This is not a Halloween bit. I know it sounds like one and we've done them before, but honest to goodness, we had some tech issues this episode. The good news is there's about 28 minutes of pristine First Issue Club before we have Greg drop for a while and then come back in. But got as much of the episode back in as I could for you. So enjoy what was salvaged this week on First Issue Club. Hi, welcome to First Issue Club. We're your weekly comic book podcast where, just like Sue Storm, we love a good read. First Issue Club podcast is based out of Kansas City. We're elated to talk about a couple things Kansas City related.
Yeah.
One, let's get into it. Godzilla, the big G himself, is going to be stomping around our city in this week's IDW's Godzilla versus Kansas City. Godzilla destroys Kansas. It's
versus Kansas City.
Versus Kansas City.
Misleading title.
Kansas City didn't do a good job fighting back. I'll just say that.
Kansas City did not come
prepared.
ready to fight.
We're not ready for a dinosaur kaiju attack.
Yeah.
In fairness, we weren't expecting the by sea. You know, like we're always prepared for the one if by land.
Yeah.
But
that's right.
We got taken aback by the two if by sea.
Two is by river.
Yeah, swam up the damn Missouri River and got our asses. Also, a great Kansas City thing. Boulevard Brewing Company's Cosmic IPA, an entire family of beers that has a variety of offerings that are so delicious. We love you, Boulevard. Thanks for sponsoring the show and making First Issue Club possible.
Yum, yum, give me some down on my tum-tum. Space Camper IPA. It's not a beer. It's a journey.
That's right.
Please drink responsibly.
Of course. What else do we have to promote? We want to talk about...
You guys realize we're T-minus 1 week almost. 1 week and change from TowerCon.
TowerCon coming up.
The world's premier mini-con held in the Boulevard Beer Hall this year.
That's right.
The biggest little mini-con in Missouri.
In all of Missouri.
So we're excited for that. We're going to be there. We're going to have some fun stuff. Vargas might even sell some comics, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a box of comics. So you guys can come and
he's gonna have comic books taped to him.
If you want a signed comic, buy your favorite podcast host, Vargas. One that he purchased from his personal collection.
We're in talks.
That is a possibility now.
We're in talks with CGC to get your own.
I would
Vargas
love
signature.
for
Gold
your
label.
collection to be pedigreed. Yes.
Really, what I'm hoping this box does is I hope people flip through it and realize how bad my collection is.
Yeah.
Like,
woof.
Why would you buy this and this? You know, like compare the two and like. You bought both of these, huh?
Is this a sad science fair experiment?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I invite the roasting of the small selection of my PC.
Rate my collection.
Yeah, but then you have to like buy a $5 book.
We also might have some of our club pins.
We'll have club pins. We'll have regular pins. We're gonna be doing a live show.
Yep.
From TowerCon. There might be some creators stopping by at TowerCon. We'll have them on the show. It's going to be fun. We've always enjoyed recording from TowerCon. A very chill atmosphere. Rumor is this year we're getting a couch. So we'll be able to sit and relax. And you know, you can really tell in past recordings from the live episodes, we're sitting in high back chairs. I am completely uncomfortable, and it comes through in my energy on the episode.
Sure.
I can't imagine Couch Greg on this live episode. He is going to be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
We need handheld mics then, huh?
We do.
I can bring some.
Okay.
You have some?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
This is going to be official. I'm going to record it with my phone, put it on TikTok.
You know what you need
TikTok Live.
You know what you need to make if you have some time for some crafts over the next week? It's those little boxes you put around mics.
Oh, the little First
Issue
Club.
Yeah, little First Issue Club box. So we look like little reporters.
Reporting live from TowerCon, FIC News.
Yep. Channel 6.
It stinks.
Isn't that what April works for, Channel 6?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little fact I knew.
April 6th. So that's something we could promote. Another thing we could promote, our Patreon, patreon.com/firstissueclub. A good way to get the First Issue Club new club button, sign up for the $3.99 tier. You're automatically entered to get a new club button.
Yeah, and a reminder, you've got to send me your address. If you sign up for the $3.99 tier, Patreon doesn't share your address with us. So if you want the pin, you need to DM us your address and we'll mail you a pin if you're part of that tier. That's enough promotion stuff.
Yeah, for an extra $10, we will deliver it personally.
I don't think so.
We'll talk about it.
How are you guys? How are your cars doing?
They're good. They're very good.
Oh, all right.
I think I'm actually going to get new brakes this weekend, so not great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need tires.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You feel better, but every time I've got an expense, I say, this is money I could have spent on comics, and then feel better about it. I spend that amount of money on comics.
You hedge your bets.
I'm doubly negative. Yeah, I'm emotional hedging on the life expenses.
Here's the thing. It's weird that we're talking about this. We just talked about we're headed into the bad weather months for roads, and we wanted to make sure that our home bases, our home recording studios, are ready to go. Because I foresee a lot of remote recording for us when it starts to get colder. It's a good thing we're doing these car checkups. Because I don't want to be stuck on the side of the road.
Yep.
When I could be recording and talking about comic books.
Fill up those tires, folks. This is also a bad seed. The indoor boredoms is when I spiral on eBay, babe. I already did it a little this week. I bought a lot of X-Men comics.
We love that Patreon content, though, Mike D.
Unboxings over on Patreon.
Yeah, that's true. Something fun to share.
I suffer from cabin fever.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. So I am thankful that I have a hobby that I can just go and read and be transported to a new place.
Yeah.
But when I get stuck, I do feel like I'm in The Shining sometimes when I'm like stuck in the house for like a week and a half.
Yep.
I don't. I'm just cozy as a little bug in a rug. Put on a little movie, drink a little coffee.
You know what? That's my thing. Like, I am an indoor kid, and I think it's just the lack of option that makes me stir crazy.
Yeah.
That like all summer I'll stay at home for most of the
It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot out. But once I lose the option to go out whenever I want, then I'm like, I would kill to.
No, I would kill to turn something down right now.
Just put down the top on my convertible.
Pick up Sandy. And then fly off into the space.
Get in, Sandy.
Tell me more, Mike D. Tell me more about your winter plans.
Tell me more.
That's like I think this is the first time we've made a Grease joke.
It might be.
Slab it. First appearance of Grease joke FIC.
405.
We love our musicals here.
Grease joke. As far as other comic book news goes, pretty light fare. We talked a little bit on the Patreon that Southern Bastards, the indie comic book from Image Comics from Jason Aaron, is getting made into a Hulu TV show.
Yay.
Set to debut later in 2026. We're excited about that. I think everyone kind of knew that was going to be a show. If you read it, you knew it was a beautiful cross between Friday Night Lights and Breaking Bad. So it was primed for TV, and we're glad that it's here.
Correct me if I'm remembering this wrong.
Okay.
It might be long enough that you guys don't even remember it. There is like one of the key artifacts of this book was a limb from a tree that was struck by lightning.
Yes.
That is like a club for justice.
It's like a shillelagh.
Yeah. And there's like something carved into it.
Yeah,
It says the natural.
it's one of those things that was so badass in the comic book, but then like my head is immediately like, how are they going to do that on TV and make it equally as badass? Like, does it translate to television?
I think the props department has that under control.
That's the thing. If the prop looks good and you're eased into it the right way, it's like it could be really rad. If it's just like lightning strike, there's basically a bat left on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks like so much like a prop.
When God closes a door, he opens a bat on the ground.
I tell you, if they sell the club as like a collector's item,
A harbinger of doom.
I will buy it.
Oh yeah.
I will mount it above my comics.
Lucille would like to have a word.
All right. So we're excited about that. Nothing else?
Jason, hit us up if you need extras for the show.
Oh yeah,
I would love to be
Jason
hit by
Aaron,
the club.
also casting director.
Sure.
That's famously how it goes in
Yeah,
most
yeah,
comic book
right.
movies. If
Yeah.
you wrote it
It's
or
his
had
show.
any part in it,
Well,
you cast it as well.
I wonder if we'll notice little nods. There was in Revival, there were so many like mentions of like the Seeleys as like the neighbors,
Yeah.
or like little things like that to the
Mike
creative
Norton
teams.
was on a tombstone.
Yeah,
issue on.
yeah, so fun. So
And someone randomly just yelled Jenny Frizen in the middle of an episode.
That's right. That's right. Mhm.
And if you knew comic books, you're like, oh, I get that. She did the covers.
That's a good shout out, Greg.
Thanks. That's a small Easter egg that went unknown. I think I got the director's cut episode
cool.
or a blooper.
Should we get into comic books?
We read a lot of them.
Vargas read a lot of them, especially.
I only read
I read 3.
Okay, I read a lot of them.
I read one, so last place.
We all read Godzilla, right?
I did not. get
2
to
of the
Godzilla.
3
Oh,
real Kansas City members
Mhm,
right.
read it.
That's
Yeah.
okay. We forgive you.
mhm.
IDW.
My heart is in Wichita.
God, make that
I'm
into a
so
shirt.
sorry.
Ohio.
Godzilla comes to Tall Town, and I'm there.
Ohio is for lovers, and my heart's in Wichita. 2 famous sayings. IDW, Godzilla vs. Kansas City. The creature from Toho comes to KC Mo,
Mhm.
Buster Moody, Kyle Strom, Baldemars Rivieras, Freddie Williams III,
You got
Jake
it.
Smith.
Oh yeah, Jake Smith.
A lot of great Kansas City creators.
Mhm.
If you don't know, all of our Kansas City people listening, they do know. Kansas City houses a murderer's row
Yeah.
of comic book creators. I mean, we've mentioned Jason Aaron already. You know, Cullen Bunn, Jeremy Hahn, Dennis Hopeless, Scotty Young. I mean, so many. I could sit here for literal minutes naming everyone. So to get this book is kind of a big deal. Kansas City loves itself. That's something you need to know about Kansas City. We wear
That is-
shirts that say KC Mo.
Yeah, I will say that is a thing that does not happen to a degree as it does in Kansas City. We look like a crazy cult where everybody's
Yes.
dressed the same, and we're just like, I'm currently in Kansas City wearing a Kansas City shirt.
Yeah, ain't this cool? And it is. It's very fun. It's like cheering
Yeah.
for the hometown.
Mhm.
I don't know why we do this, but we do it so well. So to have this love letter from IDW about Godzilla absolutely destroying my beloved city was an absolute treat. And I'm not saying this as a townie, but this book was the best book that IDW has ever published. It is just, I mean, even the paper quality was better than most of the stuff they put out. I don't know if that's because Kansas City was attached to it. Science says yes. But it was a great anthology series telling the tale of Godzilla destroying our favorite landmarks, battling sauce monsters,
That
which is a
was
great
very-
harkening back to our barbecue and our love for all things smoked meat. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of cool Easter eggs that I, as a Kansas Citian, were able to point out.
It's fun as a Midwesterner. Like if we were Chicago people or New
I had a
York
great time
people-
reading the Chicago versus Kansas versus not Kansas City versus Godzilla.
Chicago versus Kansas
Yeah.
City. It's a very different book.
Yeah, definitely.
But if we were Chicago or New York or LA people, like you see your town represented in media like all
Often.
the time.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see our little burb represented in a way that is
Not typical for us.
yeah. Well, and like clearly loving
Hmm.
even though Godzilla's destroying the town.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think it was how all towns are destroyed by Godzilla by accident.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Godzilla is a large creature.
One big misunderstanding.
he tripped and fell.
It just takes one banana peel and you just slide through downtown. I don't hold it against the glorious Thunder Lizard.
Uh-huh.
I don't really know what motivates him, which is just a great allegory for life, which is like why he just like used this mouthpiece. So that is Godzilla. I do imagine that if Godzilla could speak the entire time he was destroying Kansas City, he would be saying "ope."
Sure.
Big Midwesternism.
Pause for laughter. Thank you. Yeah, Andy, I don't know if you had any like standout moments from the book that you're just like, oh, this was fun that they did this. It was just kind of. I'll just let you talk instead of trying to.
I thought the sauce monster was like the highlight. That was really like a clever, not only a clever use of like a Kansas City thing, but also a clever harkening back to like the weird Godzilla creatures like Biolante, who's like a mutated
Booger.
rose. You know,
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. It's fun to see all the little like hairbrush monuments like we talked about on the Patreon get destroyed, and he
Yeah.
steps on Kauffman Center and all that stuff.
Yes,
It's like,
stadiums get wrecked.
yeah,
It was fun. There was a certain story, I think Kyle Strom wrote it, about Godzilla's destroying the town, obviously, and all these local businesses come together. And shop local is a big thing here in Kansas City. We like to buy our weird Kansas City scented candles from local people, as well as our t-shirts that say our Kansas City from your local neighbor. And so it was fun that Kyle Strom thought of this idea of like all these local businesses using their separate powers of their business to like create this mega wand that eventually just destroys the sauce creatures that are hurting Godzilla. And I think it's held together by a possum. And so it's just like very kind of fun, hokey stuff. And one of the patrons of this local group is the head of Planet Comic-Con.
yeah.
The main keeper of Planet Comic-Con, which is a fun nod to our local con that we have every year that we table at with Boulevard. So this really was just kind of a soft love letter, and I read it in that tone, and I can only imagine the fun that all these creators had making this like weird little monstrosity.
If you're like, why possums? Possums are a big thing in Kansas City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The city was almost named Possum Trot.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Is a serious thing?
That's a real.
That's a real thing. A possum trot there was a very common architectural style around the dawn of like people founding the area. Or I guess if you're not counting Native Americans, we gotta,
Sure. Yeah.
Because there's no way they would use possum trot.
invaders coming in
Yeah.
and building like homesteads. That one of the ways to save money, people would build these homes that were dual side, like a split duplex sort of thing, right? And the space in between was a walkway where you could walk all the way through and go into one door or go into the other door. And that spot to walk through was called a possum trot because we had lots of possums
trotting between them.
And they like wandering up into a shady area. It was covered over the top, right?
Yeah.
And it became such a common term to build a possum trot house in this area that they almost named the city Possum Trot.
So 2 major milestones in American history. One, the turkey was almost our national bird.
True.
Yeah.
2, Kansas City was almost called Possum Trot. A flap of a butterfly's wings, folks, and we could have had a whole new
we could have
America.
had Godzilla versus Possum Trot.
Put me in that multiverse.
Yeah, I'll take that now. 10 times out of 10.
The PT Chiefs.
Chiefs would be the possums.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's no way.
The PT Possums.
The PT Cruisers.
So, but would you have Possum Trot Kansas and Possum Trot Missouri? Would there be such a distinction? Because a big thing.
Well, you'd have PTK and PT.
Another big thing in our little town is Kansas City.
Missouri was founded before Kansas as a state was named.
There's dual ownership of Kansas City. There's KCK and KC Mo.
KCK, delinquent dad.
Yep, KC Mo, proud single mother.
This is too niche.
And so growing up,
we need to move on.
Growing up, if we ever go to a concert, you know the band's good or bad if they go, "Hello, Kansas City, Missouri."
That's
And
right.
if they say Kansas, oh, they get fucking booed. Oh, they get booed.
Mhm.
And so that was Godzilla v. Kansas City. An amazing book if you're a Kansas Cityan. Best book of the year, 2025, hands down. IDW, you've done it again. I can't wait to see your sequel.
Mhm.
Mothra versus Kansas City. I mean, honestly, just go through the whole kingdom of monsters. King Kong, Baby Godzilla.
Is King Kong a Toho thing?
No.
No, but he's
King
part
Kong's
of
owned
the
by Universal.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It is a classic Hollywood.
But I mean,
American movie.
We would gladly host him
Mhm.
for a
Or
reckoning.
her.
I think King Kong's historically male.
Oh, women can't be kings?
Okay,
How
That
is
was a-
Queen Kong not a movie?
we do need to make Queen Kong.
How is Queen Kong not a movie? That's crazy.
I would go. God damn it,
If I
Andy, you're an idea
was
machine.
a drag queen.
Mhm. Starring the Toho herself.
Kongs be shopping.
Uh,
Moving on, another book that I was very excited to read
Mhm.
that came out that I think is not causing as much waves as I thought. Absolute Batman Annual came out this year. DWJ
Daniel Warren Johnson.
did the damn thing.
Mhm.
It is not essentially, it is.
Also a local guy.
Daniel Warren Johnson is?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
Where do you think he's from?
He's from around here, isn't he?
Around here.
That could be Kansas City or like
Chicago.
Michigan.
I mean, he was at
Oklahoma City.
Daniel Warren Johnson.
He's from Tulsa.
Tell us where you're from. He's from the Brick City.
I'm pretty sure he's from around here. I'm going to Google it.
Regardless,
Cleveland.
it is absolutely Batman takes on.
Honestly, to most people,
White
all fly over
supremacy.
country, same place.
Yes.
Also, absolute Batman Annual.
Absolute Batman Annual.
Kind of a cheat code for number one.
Yeah.
Any annual, I'm like, do we cover that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's based in Chicago.
We do. We can't claim him. Chicago's big enough.
Yeah.
This is important to cover because it is like a very hard line of where I think absolute Batman stands, and maybe DC as a whole, of just like letting it happen. Of
Mhm.
Batman takes on the KKK.
Mhm.
Like, there's no other way to get around it. There's a gentleman in the book that says white power.
Is it the literal KKK? Like as an organization? Or is this like a made up
It
organization?
is a proxy.
Okay.
They say white power. They
Yeah.
want to kick out immigrants from cities. It could be conservative Americans for all I care. It is
Yeah.
a very hard line of this is absolute Batman going to a town. He sees a bunch of people, immigrants,
Mhm.
living in the city that were brought in to help build like a new infrastructure, right? Big investors came to the city. They want to build this thing. Investors leave, causing chaos in this small town. The economy crashes because all the money just left. So these immigrants that came to help build don't have anywhere to go.
Mhm.
And so you have this kind of typical scene now that we're seeing across America, small town America, this alleged forgotten white culture is projecting onto these people that have different skin colors and want to cause the violence that they feel inside onto them.
Mhm.
And so we get a clash between those two groups. Absolute Batman steps in and just does what we all want to do whenever we see injustice somewhere.
Facilitates a really productive conversation.
Yeah. Via ass kickings and a fucking flamethrower. It is an interesting dialogue, though, because in the beginning, we get a flashback between Bruce and his father about how Bruce's dad, is trying to teach his son of just like, you need to figure out who you are in this world. And he kind of, puts his hand on his son. He's just like, but don't worry, Bruce. I look into your eyes and I can see who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you are a passionate young man who wants to do the right thing. And I know that deep down you will do the right thing because that's just who you are. I've watched you since you were young. And then we get a flash forward to these scenes of carnage. And all the while, Batman kind of has this side character running along with him who is this priest who is just basically pleading to Batman of just like, you have to stop. Like, I don't agree with what they're doing, but your methods right now is not how you handle this. Like, your violence only begets violence. Like, he keeps kind of saying that message to him of just like, you're not achieving what you think you're achieving here. You're letting your emotions take hand. And there's like this kind of like tender scene after this huge battle where Batman is just like laid waste to like just a group of bigots. And this priest just runs in with a medvac bag and just starts like tending to these, you know, people that just said these despicable things. And Batman's just like, what are you doing? He's just like, the priest is just simply says like, you have your reasons and I have mine. Like, that this is what I've signed up for. It's just to help humanity. And yes, I don't agree with what they're saying, but I can't lose my message, and I can't let them corrupt me who I am as a person. And Andy, I don't know if you feel the same way, but at the end, you get this conflicted Batman.
Oh, I didn't read it.
You didn't read it?
No.
Did anyone read this?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so
I hope you did. You're talking like you.
I'm making all this up right now. So in the midway scene, we get this kind of like great moment between the priest and Absolute Batman in the priest's home, where the priest is talking about how
Priest Holmes, Kansas City.
Priest Holmes.
You brought it back.
Brought it back. Kansas City reference.
Brought it back around.
I
had to lighten it somehow.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's a great book. It's very cathartic because it's just like, oh my God, because there's so many great scenes of Batman just smashing the faces of people that I see on my television all the time, unfortunately. But this priest is like talking to him and showing him pictures of like when he was in the Peace Corps, facing these kind of same atrocities of just like, listen, like this isn't my first go around with this stuff. Like, this stuff is cyclical. It'll be here now. It'll be here in 20 years. It's just like, I don't know how we end it, but I know how we don't make it get worse. And it's compassion, and it's being there for your countrymen and holding everyone accountable. And in this picture, it's like these three guys, and the priest is one of them. And they're all like having guns pointed at them. And, you know, Batman does his thing, goes on his like killing streak and does the damn thing, putting people in suplexes. And then at the end, it's another flashback of Batman talking to, or Bruce talking to his dad about how, you know, how his dad's worried about the future. He's like, I don't know how things are going to go. It's just like, I've tried my best to raise you right and to teach you. And then he pulls out a photo, and Bruce's dad is the guy standing next to the priest in the old photo. And so we get this scene at the end where Batman's just like crying to himself, just like, I essentially just let my dad down because I let evil influence what I do, and I basically just became no better than them. So it was like a real flip of like narrative of just like, I know we want to do these things. I know that it is shitty out there, and there are evil people doing evil things. But if you let
is your violence righteous?
Yeah, or is violence righteous at all?
There's no such thing as righteous violence.
It's just like, how do you respond to those that are spewing hate and violence? And this was a kind of a great exercise of just like, you either get dragged down in the mud or you stand your ground and just keep working through it in the non-glamorous way that it is.
Sounds pretty woke to me.
Yeah, pass. Honestly, I don't think I need to read it now. You've exhaustively covered it.
I misunderstood. I thought one or two of you had read this book. Spoilers, I guess. Here's the thing, though. You do need to read it, because it is...
And this is where we lose Greg for about 10 minutes, unfortunately. And I think the guy really just, solved world hunger and figured out world peace. And unfortunately, that is just forever lost to time now. But luckily, we get him back in about 10 minutes for wrapping up some comic book talk. You're going to hear a couple weird jumps in a couple places where I've pulled up his volume before it comes back in. So bear with us and appreciate you sticking through. a funky episode of First Issue Club.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing.
It's an ongoing Halloween special.
Okay.
Monthly until next Halloween.
Honestly,
Dick Tracy, the Long Halloween.
Dick Tracy, the extra long Halloween. The Halloween that never ends.
I saw that Chris Samney's going to post his long Halloween issue originals on eBay.
Don't even bother.
I'm like, those are going to be colossally expensive. He very, very rarely sells interior art. Well, it's an auction.
Oh, they're auctioning.
He's going to auction them. So to the highest bidder, which will be
Good,
very,
I can see them go
very, very
To the
high.
moon.
right through the roof.
Yeah. I think he did the 12th issue. So there's probably a couple like big finality
Probably.
splash pages. And I bet the splash pages are like
Well, easy. They probably
$3,000.
start at $3,000. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did you see how much some of the absolute Batman like 13 pages were going for on Felix? Like $10,000
Yeah.
for a modern comic. That's like bonkers. I didn't see the price of this before it sold, but they did do the Dragata Absolute Batman 1 pose with regular universe Batman. It was one of the variants
Yeah.
for Batman number
That's
1 that
right.
came out recently, and they sold that this week for that Felix Con. So I'm sure that was at least $10,000.
Is Felix Con a thing you go to, or is it?
No, it's a strictly online thing.
If I wish it was an in-person thing, I would just sit and watch money walking around in that room.
I know it'd be out of control, and I do believe that I'm maybe a Felix conspiracy theorist, but I think that there's a small handful of people with a lot of money who buy the overwhelming majority of stuff
100%.
from Felix.
100%. Or it's stores that buy it and resell. Like
There, I
100%.
think I bought my Shradmore from Felix.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I got it.
Yeah.
Because there is a person that buys every piece of Shradmore art.
Yeah, you can't get
as-
it anymore.
as soon as it
Someone
is.
buys issues complete from him now.
But what are you gonna do with a complete issue of original art?
you put it in your Smaug chamber and you let it rot so that nobody else can have it because you have it.
Yeah.
What books did you read, Mike?
I read The Return of Sleepy Hollow. Is that what it was called?
Return to Sleepy Hollow.
Return to Sleepy Hollow.
Yes.
So this is based in the universe of the Tim Burton movie.
Correct.
And it poses a world 15 years later where murders start happening again in Sleepy Hollow, and Ichabod Crane finds his way back to try to solve the mystery of these murders within a couple days. The fun twist on it is that he's returned to this very analytical state and has said, oh, all the Headless Horseman stuff was a mass delusion, and none of this was actually supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had a love affair with this woman from Sleepy Hollow who is really into the like arcane and practices witchcraft and is very in touch with the earth and all this stuff. And so they meet again after separating. There's a spoiler I don't know that we want to or need to give away in it, but it's
Christina Ricci.
there's some fun reveals with their relationship and how he gets back to Sleepy Hollow to like solve this crime.
Yeah.
But it's so well orchestrated. I think I wasn't expecting much from this comic, and I was like, I just want to read something horror this week, and this delivered for me on so many levels. The murders were spooky.
Mm-hmm.
The teases to like what it might be were really interesting. The witchcraft versus logic of it all was fun. And
Art was gorgeous.
the art's really stylistic and very cool, and it's almost quirky in a way that suits something that would follow up a Tim Burton
Totally.
movie. But I was really surprised how much I loved this.
You know what it reminded me of, in the best way, and I understand that this is like a lofty thing to say,
Mhm.
but it reminded me of From Hell. Like,
Oh,
in
okay.
the best
Yes,
way. Like,
sure.
it read like an Alan Moore comic.
Yeah.
In a very cool way.
Mm-hmm.
It was very like, I don't know, Victorian noir.
Yes.
In the same way that the movie was.
Yep.
Where it was like quirky and weird Tim Burton-y, but also was like CSI.
Oh yeah,
You
that
know,
we've
like-
set up so many interesting interrelationships between all of the characters,
Right.
and then said, let's have a fun monster hunt like detective story.
Yeah.
And that's where issue 2 picks up. We didn't even get into it.
Right.
So I'm like so stoked to read the
Yeah.
rest of it.
I loved it too. I thought it was really interesting.
When you first got over here, because we both read this and you read The Beauty, which
Yeah.
is kind of structured in a
Similarly,
with a
yeah.
similar time span. I think it's also like this was 15 years after the fact. I think The Beauty's
Beauty's
set.
only 2. But
Oh, The Beauty's only 2.
Yeah.
Okay. But still the whole legacy sequel thing
yeah.
that's happening.
Well,
Sometimes when it's like things don't make their way to like Hollywood for a big sequel,
yeah.
it's interesting to have comics as a medium to be like, we finally get to follow up Event Horizon.
Exactly.
Or
Right, yeah.
or this Sleepy Hollow like what if story.
Yeah.
Like what happens like 10 years later.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun low stakes way to revisit things. If you enjoy it, great. If you don't, it's not one of those like hopefully fans don't go bonkers like you ruined the legacy of this.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to palate and an interesting harder take on something
Uh-huh.
when it's in a medium like comic books. And I think this is a story that really took a swing in a way that they wouldn't risk taking a swing with a movie.
Yeah. Well,
Like this took some like logic leaps that I feel like you'd have to go really far to explain that just work in a comic book.
Yeah, there are certain things that you can do in a literary sense
Yes.
that you can't do in a popcorn movie.
Yes.
Like a Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think the comic's going to be really rich because of that.
yeah. Same thing, I think, kind of with The Beauty, where it
Mm.
had the same kind of like world setup that and then kind of launches a story.
Yep.
Another great kind of legacy sequel thing.
Yeah.
What else did I read?
Senior
Supernatural.
Supernatural. Yeah,
That's
speaking
another, like,
again.
legacy
Yeah,
sequel.
God,
Yeah.
you guys are all about the sequels this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. So I was jazzed about it. My brother and I are huge Supernatural fans. And this story takes place between season 1 and 2,
Cool.
which is like the sweet spot of like the fandom. So you don't have to worry about the like 16 seasons worth of material.
Mhm.
If you liked like episode 1, you can kind of jump in and enjoy this. But it's another like kind of monster of the week story where
Yeah.
the brothers are investigating some weird happenings right around the time that they like start their monster hunting career together. And it just launches them into new adventures.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that we're getting all of these legacy sequels in a way that doesn't feel cash grabby.
Mhm.
Like, I haven't read anything so far, fingers crossed, that's been like, oh, they're clearly just pumping this out because and attaching whatever name it is to it,
Yeah.
to get the money. Like
Yeah.
kind of like the Mad Cave thing, right? Like, oh, Mad Cave is putting out a Gatchaman series because it's the new it's the thing all the kids want is Gatchaman.
It's the hot new thing.
Yeah, but like they've all been good. And
Yeah.
it's
Like
it
the
shouldn't be a shock,
all the
but it
Speed
is.
Racer stuff.
yeah, the
I mean,
Speed
they're-
Racer stuff was incredible.
They're all doubling down on that, and Captain Planet. And it's just like you're angry because you're like, why is this so good?
Why
though?
is it so good? Exactly. Yeah, and so it's cool to have like another series, or like if you really like that Sleepy Hollow movie and you're like, I forgot how much I liked it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Getting more of that like flavor,
Mhm.
but with a story that you can kind of like take a bigger bite of
Yeah.
than you can with a movie. And
Yep.
it was the same way with Supernatural. It was the same way with The Beauty.
Mhm.
So
The Buffy comics are supposed to be really fun.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Well, Boom Studios did it with Serenity.
That
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I've heard all the Firefly comics are
Mhm.
good too. Adventure Time, Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Speaking of Rick and Morty, if you're into Humble Bundle, every Rick and Morty comic book is available on the most recent
Yeah.
Humble Bundle that's out right now.
Cool.
$40.
Yeah.
For all Rick and Morty.
That's over like 180, like
It's like
100.
250 something.
It's a bunch
It's
of comic books.
insane. It's a huge number.
And if you're a big Rick and Morty fan, Morty,
That's a decent Rick.
Go get the Humble Bundle, Morty. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, geez, Craig. That's my Morty.
Oh, I don't know.
That's pretty good. Hey,
Did all right.
you did okay.
He does it all.
Morty, just a less goofy Kermit? Is that how that works? You take
no.
Kermit, you dial it back a couple notches, you get Morty.
A more anxiety-fueled Kermit the Frog.
Sure, okay. Yeah.
Hey-ho. And, oh, man.
I think right.
Yeah. I don't know if we should do this, Rick.
Like if Shaggy didn't smoke all the weed, you get Rick. Or you get Morty.
Yeah, with voice cracking.
Yeah, right.
Around puberty.
Is that all the comic books that we read this week?
That's it, baby.
Yeah. There was a handful of another round of the X-Men first
right.
issues,
Yeah.
and I covered a handful of them last week. There's just so many of them. I don't think we'll cover those week to week now.
Next week when we come.
Yeah, I would rather cover stuff that's going to be a little more like ongoing or a new jumping in point rather than something that's like
They're all
it's
three
a
issues.
3-issue detour. Yeah.
I
So
was interested to see what X-Vengers is.
X-Vengers, yeah.
Undeadpool.
Undeadpool.
Tim Seeley writing.
I know.
He's a hitmaker.
I'll say I don't want to sound like I'm poo-pooing those because I've read a handful of them now and some of them are extremely fun.
Sure.
But if our mission statement of our podcast is telling you what to jump into each week and something like a new series to check out or something cool to read, then one of these is so steeped in just lore and knowledge and they're not jumping in points even though they are number ones.
Sure.
So we cover stuff like that when there's not much else that week.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
And it's crazy that that's the My Little Pony comic. There's just there's too much lore in the MLP universe.
Clip clop.
people swear those comics are fucking incredible
yeah,
too.
I know. I hear that.
I've never read one, but I'm sure there's got to be something to that, right? They're probably getting great creators to do them.
I mean, you don't get 50 issues without.
Yeah, right.
being-
Without being good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Did we do it?
Yep.
We did it.
So long and prosper.
That's the famous Kansas City bye.
Toodles. First Issue Club podcast is brought to you by Boulevard Brewing Company, the people responsible for our favorite drinks, the Space Camper Cosmic IPA family of beers. Our show is edited and produced by our hosts Mike DeStacy, Greg Lichtag, and Andy Vargas. You can find us on social media at First Issue Club, and you can join the supporters who keep our humble podcast going on our Patreon at patreon.com/firstissueclub.